Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the Wednesday day live stream. I woke up pretty damn hyped up seeing the market where it was at the time. Bitcoin slowly just creeping up here. It feels like nobody's really expecting that crazy breakout to happen, but Bitcoin literally just day after day trucking along, making higher highs here, higher lows. We love to see that consistency. It feels very sustainable. At the same time, we're seeing Ethereum day after day just go straight up in a perfectly parabolic line, racing to get back to all-time highs, which is sitting here right at $4,870 per ETH. I woke up and we were at 4,700 and some change, literally just $150 away from new all-time highs. Now we are exactly $200 away from all-time highs. I think it happens this week. I think there's a possibility it happens today, later on in the evening, but I'm not going to bank on it. I do think we see all-time highs for Ethereum this week, and I'm going to stay consistent with my $5,000 price target by the end of this month. Good morning, happy Wednesday. We have a lot to talk about, guys. Decentralized science is alive and well. Things are roaring together. It is beautiful to see. Solana up, it was over $200 when I woke up this morning. It was like 204 or something when I woke up. Absolutely love to see it. We're getting a little bit of a retracement. I think broadly the entire market's kind of getting a little bit of a retracement after printing new all-time highs on just about everything in the equity space. Guys, rate cuts are coming in September. Things are looking gorgeous. Really, things are looking incredibly good for the equities markets. In today's live stream, we're going to cover some of the DeSci news. We're going to talk about my expectations on what to expect moving forward. And of course, we're going to have a good day. We're going to have a damn good live stream. If we go look over at the total DeSci market cap right now, you'll see it's down 2% on the day, down to $839 million. This is not including DeSci memes, which I always forget to cover, but this is including most DeSci projects in the space. You'll see volumes kind of tricking down a little bit here. So some of the euphoria in DeSci is taking a breather. We're getting a little bit of the first pullback, if you'll call it that. After things like bio rallied 100% in a week, we're getting the first looks at a pullback to find a new range to trade in for a minute, right? We need everything to cool off for a second as Bitcoin catches up and as Ethereum puts in those new all-time highs. Basically, right now, what I'm saying is that almost all your altcoins are probably going to bleed a little bit here in the next couple of days as the entire world, literally the entire equities world, I should say, not the whole world, but the entire equities world is waiting here to see what Ethereum is going to do at its previous all-time highs. I think we're going to break through it, but I do see a world in which we get some major resistance here in the $5,000 area just because of how overextended this sucker is. It has been just in a straight line up virtually for the last like 5 months, which is insane, but that's crypto for you. What's going on? Welcome into the live stream. How's it going, David? What's good, C90? How's it going? Person whose name I shall not say. Oh, there he is. WWW. What's good, Steven? How is everyone doing? The ETH ETF was suggested to me today when I logged into my Fidelity account. Wild to see it. If any of you guys have been flying lately, honestly over the last year or so, if any of you guys go to the airport, you'll actually see advertisement slots up on all the banners everywhere, basically like all those screens saying, hey, come buy Bitcoin or Ethereum, or I even saw one for Solana a couple months ago when I was traveling, and that was pretty insane. The entire equity market is paying to advertise to pump our bags. Let that sink in for a second, guys. Let that sink in. What's going on, Umuna? What's good? Welcome into the live stream. Like literally let it sink in for a second that the global equity market, some of the major players in all of equities are paying for advertisement slots to pump Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, probably XRP pretty shortly, HBAR, Cardano. Who knows what the space is going to turn into in the next couple of months. The reason being is because these Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs have rapidly become the #1 profit making machine for these ETF issuers. Like BlackRock has made more money off of the ETH ETF and has seen more inflows in the given time frame than any other ETF they have ever launched. That's wild. Everyone wants some of this, the slice to this pie, especially with ETH staking happening now through the ETFs. Like all of the global equity markets, the big money, are trying to get some like right now. So we'll see how it plays out. I do want to say, before everyone starts seeing the narrative, and I'm starting to see it pop up a little bit on X. I don't have any of the posts pulled up, but I am starting to see the narrative pop up that these big money market managers and these big institutional buyers are gonna make it so we don't have a bear market, that we don't have a crash, that they're just gonna keep pumping it in because they have so much money and that's what they do. And all these people coming out with price targets like Tom Lee saying Ethereum's going to $15,000, and we're seeing I forget which one it was, but some bank just issued a buy target on Ethereum with the price at the end of the year at $7,500. I want to say point blank, if you guys have spent any time in the equity markets at all, in stock lands, in bonds, in commodities, these guys have no idea what they're doing. They're smart and they do it for a full-time living, and so therefore they probably do know what they're doing. But with these price targets, these analysts, they're just crap shooting, right? They have no idea what's going on. They are not familiar with crypto like we are. They don't care about the 4-year cycle. They don't think it has any impact on it. These guys are brand new to the space and just dumping money into it, and it's working. And so they're just going to keep dumping money into it, and the higher the price goes, the higher they're going to say it's going to go, because that's what they make money off of, is people believing in them and giving them their money. So don't ride that all the way home. Don't ride that to the bank, okay? These price targets you see are just going to continue to go up as long as the price continues to go up. You need to find people who can keep you level-headed, and that's what I attempt to do here Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not selling till there's a Bill ETF. Let's go, Steven. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Speaking of Bill here tried to break out last night. I paid some Chinese influencers to start pumping to the Chinese communities, and it got some pumps, but then people immediately started selling. If you guys want it to break out, you can't sell into the breakout. I'm just going to say it. All right? I'm just going to say it. Bill here looking gorgeous, continuing to knock on the door, trying desperately to get that breakout to the next leg in this uptrend. It is very clean, very clear. I think it will happen pretty soon. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. It's at the point in the market cycle right now, like I said a minute ago, everyone's eyes are just on Ethereum and Solana. The higher these things go, the more money people make to then rotate into some of the other risk-on assets that they want to get into. So you want to let these things run and take the limelight for as long as possible. And then once they start to cool off a little bit, once we get a period in the market kind of like this, where it slows down the uptrend, but it's still in a very clear uptrend, that's when some of the risk-on assets go crazy. That's when things like Bill will go absolutely bonkers and put in a new all-time high. Bill going to $5, baby. $5, baby. That's just how it plays out every single time. You go look at every time we get rallies in the market, it's after these assets start to slow down and kind of show signs of weakness. It is literally people taking money out of it to go put into more risk-on assets so that they can go make more money. It is the human psychology part of the market. Yeah. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get right into some of the DeSci news. First up, funniest thing I've seen, methylene blue is now being tested on pump science. So if you guys have ever heard of methylene blue, if you guys are interested in owning part of the experiment for methylene blue, it is currently live on the market. It's trading at a $16,000 market cap. Let's refresh that, see if it's moved at all since last time I loaded it. Even the bill sells are good for the treasury, at least. I completely agree with that. The bill sells are going the 2% fee every time someone sells. It goes straight into the treasury. So it is nice to see even when the sales do happen. But We have Methylene Blue at a $12,000 market cap right now. It made it off the bonding curve. It's looking really good. We have Mino here at a $13,000 market cap. All these things are so crazy tiny, guys. It's insane to see what's happening. It is truly insane, the opportunity that we have. You go put $100 into every single one of these, and I am very confident you end up walking away with like $5,000 to $10,000. Like on multiple of them, on a lot of them actually. Especially just given the, it's a really awesome opportunity here for us. But I want to bring up Mino here because Mino, if you're not familiar with this, Mino is one of the compounds known for enhancing C. elegans lifespan the most. It's right up there with RAP as the compound that is known for extending C. elegans lifespans. And so since you guys are familiar with pump science, you all have seen the video on King of the Pill and what the name of the game is here. You know that you want to buy the molecules and the compounds that you think are going to dethrone one of these King of the Pills. Or another strategy is just buying very commonly known compounds like methylene blue or like caffeine or like BPC 157 or any of those, right? That is a method you can do because when the degens do enter in here, they're going to come in and see methylene blue, think it's hilarious, and pump the F out of it. That's just what they do. That's what the degens do. So you can kind of position beforehand if you want to. But the thing I want to bring up to you guys is a giveaway that I'm doing. So the drug dev behind Mino here, he or she, I don't actually know, they gave me 5 million tokens to give away to you guys. They wanted you guys to have this giveaway because he wants to just reward the DeSci shillers and the DeSci community that's been here through the thick and thin of all of it. Obviously, he also wants some exposure going on. He wants some people following his account. So I encourage you guys to go follow his account and peep what's going on over here with the Mino token. But the way that you can enter into this giveaway is to tag me in a post explaining why you're bullish on DeSci and or explaining how you found me and the content that you first saw me in. Now, I've only seen like 7 different people posting on it. Giveaway ends on Thursday. Yes, not today. Does it say Thursday? Not Thursday? Damn it. Whatever. Tomorrow. The giveaway ends tomorrow. Fuck off, C90. Mods. The giveaway ends tomorrow where I'll be picking the live stream. On live, I'll be picking the 5 winners. So 5 winners getting 500,000 Mino each. It's not a lot right now because the market cap's so tiny, but it is good exposure into, or not 5,000, 5 million. It is good exposure into everything. Did I say? Whatever. This 2.5 million is getting split between 5 people. So it'll be 500,000 tokens given out to 5 winners. So far, there's only been like 7 people that have entered into it. So the odds of you winning are pretty high. I'm then on Thursday going to do another giveaway, but it'll be more of the traditional one where you have to follow the account, like the post, repost it, and spread the word, right? Massive. We'd love to see it. Just putting in your chains. Mods. Just pulling your chains. Putting you in your chains. What the hell? Yeah. So I highly encourage you guys to enter into the giveaway. Odds are you'll probably end up winning it. And that's the point for this giveaway. The next giveaway on Thursday, after I draw the 5 winners from this one, will be more standard. And it will probably get a lot more people into it. And so you want to make sure that you get in when the odds are in your favor, right? Okay, now that we're done with methylene blue and the giveaway, let's get into some of the news here from Cerebrum. So Cerebrum, part of the bio ecosystem, you guys know they're working on neuron health, brain health, but they have an brain health index, a brain fitness score, and a reward mechanism for neuron is just a few things that they'll be covered through Cerebrum Cortex app. So they have an app here that they've deployed that they've been working on for a very long time. We will be announcing all the features in phase 1 soon, so stay tuned. Here's the sneak peek from the initial development. Welcome back to your brain health hub. So the idea here is to make kind of a MyFitnessPal app, but for your brain. so that you can come in, log everything you've been doing for your day, and get all your fitness scores and everything into the app. And then you're contributing some data to them. So it seems that they're going to have some Neuron token reward systems going on to engage everyone and make sure everything's active and working. And then governance as well. So view research and vote on proposals. It's going to be very interesting to see. I remember when I was in Dubai talking to them, because some of the team lives out there. I remember talking and going out to lunch. It was a wonderful lunch, one of the best Mediterranean restaurants I've ever had. So shout out Cerebrum team. You guys know who I'm talking about. What was I saying? Oh, they were hyping up the app to me back then. And so that was back like a year ago at this point, maybe even longer. They were hyping up the app. So this has been in development for an extremely long time. So I'm extremely excited to see how it ends up playing out and what is all included into it. The team is very smart. They work in silence until they have something to show you guys, and then they deploy. And the token has honestly been very, very healthy. Go look at Neuron Cerebrum token. Is this the real one? Neuron Solana now too. Something seems suspicious here. Let's go here. Let's get Cerebrum token pulled up here instead. It'll just be a little bit easier. Quantum biology. How many of you guys hold the Neuron token? Okay, market cap, $5.2 million. It has been exploding in the last week or so just because of the recent excitement in DeSci, going from 0.0001 all the way up to 0.0002. So they had a quick double up over the last week. The token has honestly looked really good the whole time. I know it had its spike and death, but that was all of DeSci. You're not going to find a chart that doesn't have that spikiness. But when you put it on the log chart, you see it's coming back to life here. So it broke through, made a new high compared to the previous high, and hopefully in this next pullback, it uses that as support to then put in a new higher low and continue pushing higher and higher and higher and higher. FDV 18 million, but circulating 5.2. So doing really well. You continue onwards. They had a couple posts here from Cerebrum. Hopefully this one loads. I think my computer's been having a hard time today. Yep, same thing. Yeah, in 18 months, we have over $1.3 million invested into 7 projects and research that we are working towards finding a cure for neurodegenerative diseases. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is the start. We're ramping up and we're growing the community support. View Q2 2025 report. So one thing I want to say, okay? One thing I really want to highlight to everyone is that this here, a Q2 2025 report, could not be better for us as investors. This is an earnings call. It's not exactly an earnings call. It's just a status report. It's an update on everything that they've been working on. This is how we keep track of what's going on in each DAO. I have been waiting for the space to mature enough so that we could finally get some companies doing this. Cerebrum DAO is doing it. There are other ones that I've seen doing it, like Athena DAO does it a lot, Valley DAO does it a lot. A lot of the mature DeSci spaces hold these conference calls, if you will, that allow us as investors to view exactly what's going on, where their head is at, and what is moving the space forward, what their North Star is. So if you hold tokens on any of these, this is not a negotiable. Let me put it on me really quickly. I'll put it back in a second. This is a non-negotiable. If you hold a token and they have some sort of conference call to give you guys an update on what's been going on at their company, you need to listen to it. You need to watch it. It's a non-negotiable. If you're gonna put your money on the line on something, you need to be up to date on what's going on in that company, in that project. It's like, period. End of discussion, guys. You need to be watching these things. So if you hold Neuron, go watch it. Okay? Otherwise, you're literally just gambling. There's no difference. If you're not keeping up to date on what's going on in the space and with your holdings, you're just gambling. Now, on to the next thing. Molecule. Molecule just launched a shop for some of the real world products that have been deployed from the Bioprotocols DAOs. Gorgeous, love to see it. That is fantastic because then you can actually go wherever the product is. Let's go to the Molecule homepage maybe. We'll go to some links. Ain't nobody got time for that, Bill. No, everyone has time for it. If you don't have time for it, you're not gonna make it. If you're holding something, you need to stay up to date as much as you can. So explore the DeSci ecosystem shops. So they have aggregated all of the current products in the Bio protocol ecosystem and put them all here. So you got the wearables, you got BioDAO funding SynBio innovation for climate and sustainability, aka ValleyDAO with Hempy and their hemp-based textile company. Then you have Nothing Yet for performance. You got merch. You got VitaDAO with their sweatshirts, which is actually kind of lit. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. You have Keen Life, a natural wellness product derived from ethnobotanical knowledge and indigenous ecosystems. Oh, this is from SciDAO, isn't it? Yeah, this is from SciDAO. So this is SciMark. Remember SciMark? Yeah, this is SciMark. So bullish, love to see it. Then we have SciDAO here with the actual just SciDAO merch. We have supplements here. Apparently there's some supplements on Keen Life. We have HairDAO, which they came out and posted a couple things saying that they're actually not a supplement. It is a prescription-based hair growth serum that you have to get prescribed from your doctor. It's not a supplement, it's an actual medication. And then we have Cognitive Enhancement DAO supporting brain health and research and development with Percepta, aka Claw, and Cerebrum DAO. I think I might get this. I might actually end up scooping me a bottle. $70. I might reach out and see if they will send me one for free. No, but actually, it's plant-based, so it must not be Claw. It's Percepta. That's cool. I love to see it. And then what else? Prescription treatment. So they must have just added this after the outlash that HairDAO did. Prescription treatments. They literally just added prescription treatments so that they could put it in there. But that will be a growing category for sure. That will be a growing category. Of course, you guys know Molecule as the platform that we go to see all of the bio IP tokens and the pump science molecules. We have all chains here. They're all listed out. We have Myro here growing 83% today, Omipol growing 41%, and NMN growing at 40%. So things are looking alive and well right now. We have a bunch of things going down, like Methylene Blue down 62%. These are just so volatile that they're going to move aggressively. Very aggressively. But on to the next. On to the next. You guys have any questions? You guys have any questions for me right now? I see we're pretty low here in the likes. So if you guys want to boost up the likes, that would be greatly appreciated. Oh God, BitLab Academy just joined again. And their viewers joined. What's good? Hello. Welcome into today's live stream. Bullish. 2 days in a row, Kelly. Goddamn. Let's go. Taking a sip from today's sponsor of the live stream, water. It's not sponsored, although it should be. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated out there. SciMark back up. Let's go check out SciMark. Yeah, it is actually back up. So, damn, in a single buy order, someone bought $1,200 worth of SciMark, sending it back up to $2,000 per token. For anyone who's not familiar, this is the brand equity behind, where is it? The Keen Life. It's with a tribe down in South America. But we've been watching this one for a very long time because it's such a unique, and it's literally an IP token trading at $113,000 market cap with a $2,000 price because there's only 55 of them. It's crazy watching it. But that's the landscape of DeSci. Okay, on to the next. We have Curetopia saying this isn't just about governance dashboards, clearly written by ChatGPT. It's not just governance dashboards. It's about turning collaboration into tangible results. The reason why I'm highlighting this, because this is mostly just a hype up post that Curetopia did, but what we're seeing right now is Curetopia being one of the leaders in the bio ecosystem, just because I think in the short term, at least, because of Solana pumping them and making a video talking about them. $1.8 million market cap. It is ascending since that Solana post. Absolutely love to see it. Welcome in to the live stream, BitLab. Welcome, welcome. Having a good day so far. Literally, well, let's just do a quick little recap for everyone who's joining. Woke up, first thing I did, rolled out of bed, checked my wallets, checked the price of everything, got super hyped up for the day because Ethereum chilling at 4,720 bucks. We are making a direct march up to all-time highs once again. My prediction for the end of the month, at some point between now and the end of the month, we will see a $5,000 ETH. I think it's pretty much in the cards right now. It is set in stone, IMO. The majority of the crypto space and the majority of the equity world right now has their eyes on Ethereum to see what it's going to do as it approaches all-time highs. So what's next? What's going on moving forward? Well, everyone's going to be waiting and watching as Ethereum climbs this last 150 bucks. And I honestly think it's got a good shot at happening today, probably this week. It's possible it happens today, but more than likely it'll end up breaking into its all-time high barrier here this week, which is wonderful because we got 3 more trading days before the weekend when things kind of cool off a little bit. The same time, we're seeing Bitcoin. Just let's go to the daily for this because I think it looks more powerful here. But every single day, it's just putting in little bit higher highs, a little bit higher lows, just climbing along. As everyone's watching Ethereum push up to new all-time highs, Bitcoin's out here just climbing back up to new all-time highs as well. It's a wonderful time to be a crypto investor, and I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful time here because literally Bitcoin dominance has followed the trail that we drew back here on July 29th to a T. Even this little mini bounce here, it happened a little bit later, but it happened. And now we are slicing through for what I view as a free fall here. Thanks for the redirect, Kelly. W Kelly. Everyone spam W's in the chat for Kelly, please. W, W, W. Let's effing go, baby. Let's go. It's wonderful to see. It's what we've all been waiting for a very long time. Unless you've been just dominant Bitcoin, this cycle has felt not complete. It's felt very brutal, to be completely honest, because dominance has just been consistently trucking up the whole time. That is until right now. And honestly, what makes this one different than back here, because if you put on the moving averages here, you'll see that we broke below the 200 moving average back here at the end of last year when we had that altcoin mania, and it was really fun, but when it came up here to retest the 200-day moving average, we just broke straight above it. We just kept going higher. It literally just, it was like, yeah, no, that wasn't it, guys, sorry. And just kept going to new all-time highs for dominance. This time is fundamentally different. We came up and have been rejected by the 200-day moving average twice now, and now we're putting in a new low compared to where we put in when we first broke through, right? This is a textbook setup. In all the years that I've been investing in the markets, it's been like 7 years in the financial markets. I've traded every single classification of equities that you could imagine. Every time this happens, it's just a free fall. It just goes straight off a cliff. When you break below the 200-day moving average, come up, test it, and put in a new low, you just go into free fall. And it is perfectly aligned with what I think most people are expecting for the end of this 4-year cycle in crypto, where we get dominance to fall off a cliff, money rotates into things like Ethereum and Solana, which we're seeing point blank, and then everyone just continues to go further and further out the risk curve until they get into some microcap altcoins that you guys have been holding for months, if not years, waiting for this. So what are your thoughts on Noble? Worth still buying? Abel Devis, I love it. Good question. So for me personally, I have already accumulated as much Noble as I want to. I think this is a very easy play to get back up to potentially 10 million, $15 million market cap, which would be in tune with its prior all-time highs. I've talked to Delroy, who's the CEO, the founder of it, a lot, honestly. And as you guys know, I've been an advisor for Noble the entire time that it's been in the market. It has been a rough time for Noble. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's just been going straight down for the most part. And honestly, that sucks. But you look at what's fundamentally going on underneath the hood, underneath the token, and you see that they've finished the platform. They've enhanced it with artificial intelligence. Delroy is reaching out and making collaboration efforts with a bunch of universities around developing countries to get their students on the platform. He showed me the next feature that they're adding to the ecosystem to make it more enhanced so that some of those researchers can have an easier time conducting their research. So you go look underneath the hood and it's continuing to just build and get better. You ask me, is Noble Blocks better now than it was a year ago? The answer is unequivocally yes. It's so much better than it was. And you go look in the United States, and this is the whole bull thesis behind Research Coin and Noble Blocks, okay? This is the whole bull thesis. At the end of this year, so starting January 2026, any government-funded research and development that happens in the United States has to be posted in an open access journal. The results of that funding must be posted in an open access journal. Right now, the industry is not ready for that. This is an industry, research and development in the United States accounts for tens of trillions of dollars. I'm not making it up. Tens of trillions, I'm probably making up right now. I don't have the exact figure on my head, and I should. But the whole industry, a multi-trillion-dollar industry, is shifting to go into Research Hub and Noble Blocks. And so with that, I am still incredibly bullish on it. I am more than happy holding what I have and waiting to see the outcome of it. Am I buying right now? Personally, I am not, but that's because I have over 10 million tokens and I am going to hold this thing for years and I'm going to enjoy holding it because I do believe firmly that Noble Blocks and Research Hub are going to change the industry completely. You'll look at Research Coin. Research Coin today down 6%. It is in a very clear uptrend though. It looks gorgeous still. How do I contribute to this particular project? By onboarding people from my country into Noble. Yes. I would join the community. I would get in contact with Delroy, have it so that he understands that you're trying to help out, and then go be a foot soldier. Go get some researchers, go to colleges, go get institutions, onboard them into the decentralized science research and development ecosystem. You can get a ton of micro grants within DeSci in order to contribute towards your research to push the whole industry forward. It's really, really nice. It is citizen science. Same thing here with pump science. You can go conduct research for very much, basically for free. It costs 3 SOL, so $600 right now, to get an experiment running on pump science. And so these researchers don't need a lot of money. You go to Noble Blocks, you receive funding, you go to Pump Science, you launch the compound, you see what the results are in the animal studies, and then you keep pushing forward. And it doesn't need to be like that either. You can go onwards and the sky's the limit. With this industry as a whole, you can do anything you want. I'm standing, my back's kind of hurting, so excuse me as I crack my back there. Okay. Next up, Next news piece here for Bio Protocol. We have BioXP. You guys are probably familiar with BioXP at this point, but for anyone from BitLab who's not familiar with BioXP, Bio Protocol, being the granddaddy of DeSci for the most part, is joining the InfoFi part of crypto. You know, Kaito, where you can go yap and talk about your favorite projects on X and receive airdrops and points to future airdrops and climb the ranks and be part of the attention economy. Bio Protocol is joining in on that. So you go ahead and you get involved with Bio Protocol, you make some posts, you earn Bio XP, and then you redeem your Bio XP as entry tickets into the raises for the AI agents that they have coming out. These are research and development AI agents. The first one coming out is a longevity agent, and it looks like it's going to be a banger. It's raising at $200,000 FDV. I think it goes up 10x very quickly. What's the CA for Noble? I'll do you one better. Noble V2. I'll give you the whole dang link. Hey, welcome. Yeah, there you go. That's the deck screener link for Noble. Okay, now I realize that I should right now be informing you guys of the giveaway that I'm doing since we have elevated viewers in the live stream right now. So we're gonna copy the link, we're gonna post it in here so that you guys can see it. But right now, one of the pump science molecules, one of the drug devs gave me 5 million tokens in their molecule, in their compound out. So it's 0.5% of supply to give away to you guys. So right now, the way you can enter into it is over on X. Again, just click the link that I just posted in here. I'll pin that link. Over on X, you go. I just want to hear why you're bullish on DeSci, or if you want, what made you follow me? Because I'd love to hear from you guys. I want to know as much as I can about you guys. And the drug dev behind Mino wants to give back to the DeSci community, and us being the largest DeSci community in the space, he figured why not just give it right back to the DeSci shillers. So I definitely encourage you guys to go interact with the post. Tag me in your post as you explain why you're bullish on DeSci and when you followed me. I imagine for about half the people in here right now, when you followed me was yesterday after Kelly graciously pushed all of you guys into the live stream. So let's fucking go. Let's go. I'm gonna take a sip of water because my throat's feeling a little bit scratchy. Delicious. But there you go. I will be doing another 2.5 million giveaway for Mino, so 0.25% of the supply on Thursday after I draw the winner of this giveaway. So I know it says Thursday live stream. That's just me with a lisp. It's really Thursday live stream. So tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, I will be pulling the winner. And then I will be posting about the next giveaway so that you guys can enter as well. And the next one's going to basically make you go follow the Mino data account because they're trying to gain some exposure. So I will be pushing people to go follow them. And hopefully it works out in their favor. I think they probably want to get to 100 followers or something like that. It's incredibly tiny. But that is the whole DeSci space. They didn't even get to follow you on your homelessness journey or the long hair, don't care challenge. It's actually funny because you're not making it up. I was living out of hotels, virtually homeless. I mean, literally homeless, just living out of hotels for like a good 4 or 5 months. And then at the same time, that was right after I had cut my hair off. So I used to have long wavy hair down to my nipples. Long wavy, I'm not making it up at all. You can go back to some of my YouTube thumbnails to see it. You just go here, you search up that investor. You go to the handsome page here. You go to his videos, filter it by the oldest, and you see the long locks, crazy long hair he used to have. And then I cut it all off. And then I met my girlfriend Amanda, who's in the other room. And then I started traveling the world, living out of hotels. Was traveling the world for a little bit, and then I was just living out of hotels. W. Eric Trump. W. Beagle. W Beagle. Okay, let's get through the last couple of news posts here. But so if you want to contribute to the bio yapping, if you guys want to get a ticket into the raise for the first ever bio AI agent from Bio Protocol, then you're going to want to yap and earn some XP. You can earn XP from talking about Bio Protocol and some of their surrounding ecosystem projects, or you earn XP by staking some of your compound tokens and your bio tokens, right? But starting today and ending Monday, whoever posts the most is going to be getting a giant boost in bio XP. So the 5 best bio agent threads get 100k bio XP each, and the 5 best bio agent Eli 15, I don't know what that is, get 100k bio XP each. So they also gave you links to everything so you can learn about it and figure out what it is you want to post about. But I highly encourage you guys to do it because 100k bio XP is actually a crazy amount. It's going to give you a really big ticket into the raise. And again, that raise is going to be a banger. All right, next up, I just wanted to share this quick little post about 23andMe making $4.7 billion selling the data from your genetic information to Blackstone and GSK and companies like that, big pharma companies, and how Genomes DAO sequences more of your DNA than 23andMe does, but actually lets you get paid for that sequencing, right? So you get your DNA sequence, they put it in a vault on chain, on Ethereum's blockchain, and then you get to give the keys basically to small snippets of that DNA to researchers who will then directly pay you instead of paying 23andMe. So that probably makes some pretty clear sense to you guys. I know you guys are smart. Genome. Where the heck? All right. CoinGecko. No. Get me out of that. Let's go to market cap because I think I remember what their market cap is. Go down a bit. Genomes DAO right there. So Genomes DAO, $5.5 million market cap. 23andMe is now bankrupt, completely gone. Genomes DAO is coming in to hopefully grab some of that market share. Token's starting to rebound a little bit, so hopefully it rebounds a lot of it in the coming months to years. This is one of those projects I think will be, not even I think, it is one of those projects that is going to rewrite the genome sequencing space. Think like CRISPR and stuff like that. And then we got a quick post here from Athena DAO. Excited to have Athena DAO and the founder Laura featured in Kernel magazine of the politics of fertility acceleration. So Athena DAO working on fertility longevity so that people can go have a career and then come back after they have their career and start a family. Because given the current economic standpoint across the globe, it's pretty difficult to get by, especially if you have a family in your early 20s. You're probably not really set up for it. So Athena DAO enabling people to get pregnant later in life, which is a huge market. You guys know that. You guys know, like anyone who has any experience with people who have gone through, IVF, excuse me. Anyone who's gone through IVF knows it's tens of thousands of dollars to do it, sometimes even more. All of that money can go into a supplement that allows you to circumnavigate having to do IVF just by preserving your reproductive organs. Gorgeous. Huge market opportunity. And Athena DAO having one of the IP tokens that is closest to clinical trials here. FAC, I believe. No, not FAC. No, it is FAC. FAC. One of the closest to clinical trials out there. $6 million market cap. Very tiny. Very good. Sean Combs. I need more context than that, Zach. What about Sean Combs? And then a post here from Dr. Evil of Crypto, who just put together an index fund for DeSci. Now, very novel idea. I saw it about 5 minutes before I went live, so I know nothing about it. But he put together his ideal index fund for DeSci, and he put 10% of that into Bill, the DeSci guy. So that is our AI agent, Bill Nye. We love to see it. Bill Nye, the DeSci guy, up 11% here today, gunning for that breakout, trying to break out so desperately, waiting for market conditions to just allow for these risk-on assets to really just skyrocket. But this was a huge W for Bill, seeing Dr. Evil of Crypto putting in 10% of his DeSci index fund into Bill. He's got 18% to Bioprotocol, 18% to ResearchCoin, to the two blue chips in the space. Bioprotocol backed by Binance, getting promoted by Solana. ResearchCoin CEO is Brian Armstrong, so I feel like that's enough backing in and of itself. And then we got Axon DAO, Poseidon DAO, two of my favorite DAOs out there. Really two of my favorite. These two I've done a lot of advising work for, and I am very happy with how those two have performed. So them being in here as major positions is really cool as well. Vita DAO, the flagship bio DAO from Bioprotocol. They are the closest to clinical trials with their compounds. And then we got Yes No Error, the new kid on the street, if you will, one of the powerful AI agents doing peer review process. Molecule Shilling Mirio is very bullish. I completely agree. Beagle says so close. Sean Combs, I don't understand. You guys need to give me more context, please. Please, I'm just a wee lad. I'm just a lad. I don't get it. But I love it. Very surprised to see Poseidon having the same weight as Bio and ResearchCoin. Yeah, but that's, in my opinion, that's because Dr. Evil of Crypto is mega bullish on Poseidon and Axon. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, Dr. Evil of Crypto is very bullish on Poseidon and Axon. So it makes sense that he's putting them in there as two of his top picks. 2 out of 4 of his top picks. And then Bill at 10% is just icing on the cake. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I also wanted to point out, that's all the news that I had for DeSci. So the rest of this live stream, we can just shoot the shit, talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. If you want price predictions on stuff, I probably won't give it to you unless it's a major cap, because it's impossible to predict super short-term moves unless it is a major cap. If you guys want to talk about new up-and-coming DeSci projects or where your thoughts are, more than happy. I want to bring up Creator Bid, because Creator Bid, this morning at least, was performing very nicely. Right now we're down 2%, but it is bouncing here pretty cleanly off of this area of support. In full context, I did lower this area of support down a little bit to make it fit, but it was up here. I'll show you where it was. I did have it up here because that's where I was expecting us to bounce, but we did not. We ended up going a little bit further. I think it still fits pretty nicely, just not as cleanly. I will say we are looking like it's attempting to, at the very least, break out of this downtrend here. It looks like it might have just broken out there, but you could also draw it up here, meaning it's got a lot of room to go. This little pump here that it did is just a lot of annoyingness on the charts. Either way, Creator Bid being one of the main virtuals competitors in the space, we have a lot of competition now. We have virtuals, we have Creator Bid, we have, is it Clinker? What is with me here? I know BNKR is one of them, Banker coin, but that was created off of the platform, I think, off the Clinker platform. Banker bot, you can, this one's a killer. We've been talking about them since they were down here at 4 or 5 cents or whatever that is down here. Let's go to market cap. I first brought them up when they were 40, 50 million. Now they're up to 80 million, so they're doing pretty good. You can just tag them on X and make a coin if you tag them. So that's really crazy. You make an AI agent if you tag them on X. Your new AI assisted crypto wallet on X private terminal. Check yours here. Automated by OX deployer banker bot. Really crazy. Is it, or is it Clinker? I feel like... No, this is definitely not it. I don't know. All right, we'll go back. I don't want to give you guys too much false information on it. I forget. I got to go see where I wrote it all down, all the information, but it's somewhere. You can go back through the live streams and see it for sure. Okay. All right, C90. Thank you for that. Zach, mods. Mods. Why? How did I not know that was his name? That is crazy work. Okay, MIDI versus AB4AD. Both. I like them both. We got MIDI here. The plan is to produce novel and defensible IP by the end of the project, filing patents for 3 groups of NCEs with each a distinct PK/PD. The target indication space. First group, brain penetration inhibitors. It's a lot. Category, neurodegenerative disease. I like MIDI. I hold MIDI. I think all of these tokens are worth holding. They're all some of the best risk to reward microcaps in the entire space. And I will stand on that hill. It is gorgeous. So I hold a good chunk of MIDI. And then let's go back and go to AB4AD. There it is. AB4AD, much smaller market cap, same type of concept, but hyperfixated on Alzheimer's. So Alzheimer's prevention drug compound. Chart looks a lot better than MIDI. It's been out for a little bit longer than MIDI. Smaller market cap, definitely collapsed there, but that's what all DeSci looks like. I think all of these will go back to new all-time highs this cycle as the market gets more risk on and people are willing to get in on a real-world asset that is tokenized intellectual property behind biotech companies. Like, it just makes sense to me. It's a good bet. Alzheimer's disease is the major cause of dementia, responsible for 60 to 70% of cases, leading to irrecoverable. Oh my God, irrecoverable. I feel like that word is not spelled correctly. Irrecoverable. I feel shouldn't there be another R in there? Irrevocable. Irrevocable? Fuck. That was bad. That was so bad. Leading to memory loss and behavior changes. Prior... Mods, can we cut that part out of the live stream, please? Everyone forget that. Mods, can you erase everyone's memory on that part of the live stream, please? Thank you. Prior studies have shown a link between germ exposure, immune response, and the probability of developing Alzheimer's, known as the pathogen hypothesis. Despite a body of evidence, this angle has been underexposed due to the current focus on protein aggregation in the AD research world. So a lot of people are believing that Alzheimer's disease comes from the misfolding of specific proteins in the brains, which then become irreversible, and then you lose your memory, right? Okay, C90, spelling it again on the comments doesn't change my inability to pronounce the name, okay? Irrecoverable. Yeah, well, I assumed it would be irrecoverable, okay, because it's irrecoverable memory loss. So, thank you. But either way, most people right now are focused in on that protein side of Alzheimer's because they think it is the highest likelihood of being the cause, completely ignoring the fact that there are multiple types of Alzheimer's. We talk about it a lot. There's Alzheimer's for the protein folding. There's Alzheimer's for type 3 diabetes, which is literally another category. They're proposing that there is another category of Alzheimer's that is due to the pathogen hypothesis. And so that's where this comes into play. And it's likely a combination of all of it. Early studies of scientists were just like, hey man, the brain's getting foggy. That's Alzheimer's. And it's like, no, bro, there's like 50 different types of of Alzheimer's. It is not just one thing. It's just like cancer. There's not just one cancer. There's thousands of types of cancers. It's not just Alzheimer's. There's thousands of types of Alzheimer's. Now, I could be making that up. It's probably not thousands, but the idea that it's just the proteins is not correct. You need to reshape your understanding of degradation of the brain. And so this is something I'm super bullish on, as you can tell by my rants here. And then Claw as well. The same thing goes for it. There's a lot of different facets, and Cerebrum DAO is doing really, really good. That is a pretty safe play, C90, thanks. Beagle is down. AI is down, will come back, IMO. Same with Dynex. If you're feeling risky, you need to pay rent this year. Research is an easy cook. Research is a very easy cook, but a lot of stuff will come back. What would you buy if you had to invest $1,000 in crypto right now? I personally, I would sprinkle that $1,000 across compounds on this website, or I would dump all of it into Bill. Thoughts on Wellshare and Mudo? I like the team behind both of them. The market has not liked either of them, right? The market has not liked either. Like this, that's a pretty brutal chart. Let's go to log. Log doesn't even make that much better. I think the market is being a little rude to these. I think that it will, when it does break out, which it looks like it could be breaking out right now. When it does break out, I do think we'll get a quick pop, and it's possible that these yield some 10x returns, right? Some 1000% gainers. I really like what Wellshare is going after, and I really like what Mudo is going after. Ticker DNA. But it's the same story. I think both of those raised a lot of money using influencer marketing, and then the influencers just kind of left, and the token was like, what the fuck? DNA not really got a clear pattern that I want to draw a downtrend line on. So both charts looking pretty brutal. Both of them, I think, are really, really strong contenders for a long-term cook. It's just in the interim, they don't have the excitement, right? They don't have the attention, right? And so given that crypto is an attention-based economy, unless they change that, they're probably not going to perform as good as some alternatives. Doesn't mean that they won't perform. Like I said, you could see this going from $2 million market cap to a $20 million market cap. I absolutely could see that taking place. Same thing with Wellshare. Same thing with Data Lake. Same thing with Noble. In the short term, all of these I do think can print some solid 10x returns. It's just these are more of a long-term cooks. The attention's not there. The excitement's not there. The excitement is with Pump Science. The excitement is with Bio. The excitement is with the Research Hub, right? The excitement is with Bill. All those have a much higher likelihood of having a quick, having a quick turnaround here. Let's see what the price of everything is. Ethereum chilling here at 47 still. Love to see it. Bitcoin chilling here at 121.5. I am curious. We did not look it up here today, but Bitcoin liquidation heat map. CoinGlass. Let's see what the rest of the day might look like. Okay, well that's pretty clear. Bitcoin's going to 123 today. That is a pretty clear. Bitcoin's gonna kiss a new all-time high potentially, but at the very minimum going to 123 to revisit all-time highs. I don't think that's that exaggerated of a take. And the liquidity maps, which I'm sure all of you guys are familiar with, are showing it as well. We go into the 1 week time frame here, and it's the same story. Going to 123. Just given the momentum on this, obviously there's more liquidity for the market to grab down here at 115, but without a catalyst, I don't think we're just going to naturally go there. I think we're at the point in the market where we're naturally just going to trend higher. And so the liquidity here tells me we're going to go spike up to 123 at some point today. And then if you go to ETH Binance perpetuals, We see the same thing on the weekly time frame. I mean, I'm surprised there's not more liquidations up here at 48 and 49 given what that represents. The new all-time high for Ethereum. I'm very surprised we're not getting more of that liquidation map here. So that one is kind of a crap shot. A lot of liquidity down here at 45.60, but yeah, we go into the daily, the 24-hour, and yeah, it looks like we're probably gonna push up here to 47.50. There is a lot of small orders here. Yeah, there's 27 million here, right under 48. So we might see a push up to 48 here today. It's possible we break through all-time highs today. It really is. There's a big gap here. What's Eagle AI predicting? I have not used Eagle AI in a minute. Let's go directly to their website first. No. I have to log in. They're trying to get me. Trying to get me. Ooh. I don't remember my login. Oh, okay, cool. I remembered my login. Okay, I don't like it. Eagle AI right now, predicting Bitcoin about to have a big sell-off down to 119. I do not like Eagle AI's price prediction, therefore I shall not embody it. It's been very scary correct though, I will say. So Eagle AI is saying we get a pullback here on Bitcoin down to 119. I'm saying we're going straight up to 123. Let's see what it says about Ethereum. Eagle AI predicting a sell-off immediately right on Ethereum down to 4,600. Again, I don't think I agree with those predictions, but stay tuned, see what it says. I wonder what the liquidations on Solana are looking like. Solana might grab some more liquidations at 194 if we get that pullback, but then push back up to 206. And then on the weekly, I think we go to 206 for Solana in the next 24 hours. But so be it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing it into. I appreciate all of you guys being here with me, and I highly encourage you guys to go enter into the giveaway. It is pinned in the comments right now on the live stream. So go enter into the giveaway. Let me know why you're bullish on DeSci and or when you followed me. And tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, I shall pick the winner of the giveaway. So, all right. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.